What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some Monster Avenue. So let's get into this. I am playing this on Android using BlueStacks, so you guys know I always get asked the same question, so I will give you guys the answer. But let's get into this. This is just the tutorial. We're basically just starting out, and it's giving you a bunch of info if you guys do want to read it. But pretty simple to figure out, honestly. We do have the auto button up at the top. I did notice that right away. We do have the EXP and gold. We do have different characters. This one actually works a little bit differently than I was actually expecting, because I was looking at some of the pictures, but it's sort of like a card game, as where you set up your cards and then you get the cards, as you can see here, and then you have mana. So it's kind of like Hearthstone, but with a few twists and turns and stuff like that. So we are basically getting the gist of how to play right now. There are the pots for HP. I'm not too sure how many cards you can have on as of yet and stuff like that, so we'll get into that probably. And then we also have cards that actually increase the attack, increase crit, increase there's some other ones. I think I don't know if there's any for I'm pretty sure there's probably is increased mana and stuff like that, so we're probably gonna get into all those. But the hero that we actually see next to the HP and mana, I'm not too sure if that's the character we get in the beginning. Kind of just started off, and they're just giving us a bunch of tutorial. I'm not too sure what they want us to do. I guess kill the guy because he only had 12 HP, but there you go. We'll see what happens after this. Maybe we'll pick a character or set up our cards or get into the story. Basically, you can read that. I'm not gonna do all that stuff. We're gonna actually skip all the conversations just for the fact that I do want to save time. But there it is. Start off with the name, although I don't really like the white. They should have put a blue background or one of the colors, because the white just, I don't know why everyone likes using white, but it just hurts your eyes when you're actually looking at a phone and stuff like that. But let's get into it. That character looks pretty sick. So yeah, that was the character we chose in the beginning. There are different characters you can choose. I don't know. I didn't know I was going to be choosing a character right away, so I kind of didn't record that, which was my bad. But when you do start off, I think there was 3 characters you can choose from, so it's up to you to pick which one you want. But I don't know if you can actually change. I think you just keep whatever character you pick. So I believe I chose the knight or whatever, but yeah, I didn't know there was like cards and there was like a ton of stuff to it. We do have helpers at the bottom as well, and our cards are right above that, although they basically give us a starter deck. A starter deck basically is what they give us. So they give us monsters or characters, the HP, the attack, and all that stuff. So that's basically how you start off. I'm pretty sure as you go on you're going to be able to start collecting all those cards and stuff like that. But here's the dungeon, or the first stage. I'm not too sure how this hold and touch thing works. I'm guessing you're trying to guess what number you're going to get. There is 1 through 6, and you hold the gauge, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I guess you gotta try to guess, or I'm not too sure how that thing works. It didn't really explain. We did get it perfect there. Oh, maybe you hold it and it goes to whatever you land on? I don't know, because that thing doesn't move too fast, so you can actually tell what you're gonna land on. But there are little marks in the middle, so I don't know what a perfect actually gets to, because we got one just now but I didn't see any difference, so I'm not too sure what that is. And during each of the battles, of course, you do get the mana. So if you ever played Hearthstone, it does refill the next round, plus you actually get more. So in my case, I go from 10 to 14. I'm pretty sure everyone starts off that way. Not too sure if you can get that higher as you go along, or if it's always going to be that way. I'm not too sure, because we haven't really got that far yet. But it is going to continue to get more and more, and you're going to be able to use more cards, although some of the cards aren't going to be able to get used at the same time. So if you use like increased attack, I kind of wasted those right there, because I actually want to see if I can get some other cards. But you don't really burn them, because they just go back into the cards you have and you start over basically. But here are the cards. I was trying to get some characters, but yeah, once you use like an attack one, you can't use an increased mana one right after that. You have to use a monster, and then I think after that you can use it, or maybe you can't use it at all. So yeah, it's kind of tricky on trying to learn what cards you can use together, but once you start getting into the game, you will be able to figure out all that stuff. We got a 200%. I don't know why that's just not a 100% complete, considering it's only 3 stars. And your cards actually level up, as you can see here. They're starting to level up as you go along. I'm not too sure if all of them level up. I wasn't really paying attention to the bottom where the mana and stuff like that was, but yeah, I don't know what that does to it though. No, those ones don't level up, it's just the cards. So they do have a max level, of course, and then you can actually evolve them, level them up, make them a lot stronger. Of course, you're going to want to do that right away, but we do have gems up at the top as well. As you can see, we do currently have 30 of them. We do have, I think that's honor. I'm not too sure what that is, next to the gold coins. And then, of course, we do have stamina that you're going to be spending per fight, depending on the dungeon. I'm pretty sure it's going to get a lot more expensive. And then for leveling and stuff like that, so if you ever played DBZ, it's kind of taking a bit of a ton of different games actually. So yeah, it's just taking that base and just adding different stuff to it. But you are going to get more stamina, so you start off with 13, and I'm not too sure how many levels in between each of them you're going to actually get. So well, I guess see, maybe it's every 5 or every 10 you'll get a new stamina. There is a cost as well, so make sure you do watch that. But for now, you don't really have to worry about all that stuff. I would recommend try to level up your cards. I kind of want to just level up 1 just to see if it's actually worth it. Although you're not guaranteed to get that 1 card each time, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be better to split up your leveling of cards onto like multiple cards, just for the fact that it's not a 100% draw when you draw your first 5 cards, so you might not get the card you're looking for, and you might get some of the ones that you haven't leveled up, and it might take a little bit longer. But for right now, we're not really losing that much HP, we're not really having a problem. But later on, you're going to want to strategize to basically level up different cards, not just 1 card, so that way you can have a chance to pull other cards. I know it's probably the best option, honestly, because if you just level up 1 card and let's say you go like 3 turns without getting that card, that's gonna kind of suck, and maybe you lose a ton of HP and then you end up losing the fight. So like in the beginning, it really doesn't matter. I'd probably just try to level up maybe 2 cards or 3 cards right away. But there are different star cards. So currently, like, we have like 1 star and stuff like that. So you're gonna want to get stronger cards. There are summonings and stuff like that. I'm not too sure how it actually works in this game because we're still kind of following what they want us to do. But I will be getting into all of that. Not too sure if there's VIP. I didn't see anything on VIP up at the top, but I didn't really stay on that homepage too long. So once we go back to that, maybe we'll see if there is a little bit of VIP. But here's a stronger opponent. As you can see here, he's got 300. He doesn't hit us for that much. We do have an HP recovery. So right now I do only have like increased attack, increased crit and stuff like that, and not enough mana. So I don't know if you noticed by now, I should have said that in the beginning, but the little number up at the top of the card is basically how much mana it's going to cost, so you do want to count that. If you played Hearthstone, you're probably going to get this game down instantly. It's basically the same thing. There are different aspects, of course, with like stamina and certain things like that, but I can see myself playing this. It does look pretty fun. I'm going to be putting the first one, the one you're watching right now, on my main. Everything after that is going to be going my second. That's basically how I do it. If I'm going to be doing summonings, most likely they're going to go on my main. We'll put commentary over those. Anything on my main, usually I try to put commentary unless it's like Dragon Ball Z or stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically how that works. But there is a higher combo right there because I do have a ton more mana, so I was able to use a ton more cards. So the later in you get into the turns, the easier it becomes to string a ton of attacks together. Although if I had a stronger opponent, I would be getting hit for a lot more. The HP would be going down and stuff like that. And as you can see, I can't use the mana recovery. Well, I kind of killed him, but I was gonna see it after. I was gonna see if I can use it after I use that, but maybe I should have just maybe. Nah, we'll test it later. But I do want to try to test out some of this stuff. We do get some experience for multiple things. We also get gold. We are leveling up quite quick as well. We're almost level 5, which does help out. And the cards are still continuing to level. And the cards do have max and stuff like that, so you're gonna want to try to look at how far your cards can actually level up. Let's see, we do have, oh, it wants us to do these. I don't know where I got these from, but it's just showing us how to power up our cards basically. So it went from 2 to 6, and basically our attack got a lot stronger. So you are gonna want to level up multiple cards. Like that one that they give us, the 3-star one, is really good. We do have some 2 stars and 1 stars. I would recommend leveling up some of the 1 stars. I know leveling up the 2 stars are going to help you attack for a lot more, but the 1 stars cost a lot less, so it does help to have some of them leveled up. So make sure you do level up multiple cards, just not one, and that will help you out quite a bit. Although I don't know if the experience transfers from one character to another. So if I took one level 1 star and say I got a 2 or 3 star that I wanted to switch it over to, I don't know if that experience accumulates to the next character. So I'm gonna have to see about that, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get enough coins pretty soon to summon. They do have a map, sort of your choice on which way you want to go. There are different stuff, although you're not gonna be able to land on some of this. So they do have like the circles, like I landed there, but that's for the one to come back. So if you went through that, it would have took you to the other little island on the side. I don't know if you guys seen it when I first came in. There's a little one, I think I had like 3 and then a chest or whatever. So that's how those little portals work, but you're not guaranteed to land on that, so yeah, beware of that. But we do have we're gonna use the 7 because that's gonna do a ton of damage. So that guy I had right away, but if I didn't get him, we would have probably only hit him for like 72 or whatever I had at the time. So yeah, you gotta make sure. Oh, it would suck if you put in too many of the like increased attack or mana and stuff like that, and you drew all 5 of those in the beginning, because you would have to burn some of them right away, which does kind of suck. So there is a downside, and unlike Hearthstone, you're not going to be able to trade out your cards. You get what you get, and you're going to have to use it to the best of your ability. Kind of waiting for the auto to start up. I'm not too sure exactly how that works. Hopefully it just goes through the stage auto. Of course it's going to be doing it by itself, but I don't know how it actually works. I don't know if it's going to go through the map by itself, like use the wheel by itself, or if you're going to have to do that, or if it's just for fighting. So I'm not too sure about that, but does look like we're going to be having quests, overall quests that you can complete, and then daily quests, which do earn you gems, they earn you coins. It does look like we're going to be summoning something here in a second, because they did give us 30. And what do you know? It takes 30 to draw 1 character, and I'm pretty sure the gems are pretty expensive in this one, so be aware of that. We did get a 5-star character. We pulled a 5-star character on the first one. I'm not too sure if that's max or if a 6-star character is max, so looking pretty good. The max level for that is 25. I'm probably going to stick that on instantly, because that is a really good draw right there. I'm not too sure if everyone gets the same one, or I'm pretty sure everyone gets something different. I'm not too sure if everyone gets a 5-star like I did, or if it's just luck of the draw basically. But yeah, we got really lucky on that one, and we do want to do daily quests because that's going to help us with coin. Would recommend to focus on the gem ones, and then you're going to want to complete quests and stuff like that to build up your gems. I'm not too sure, I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm not too sure if you get gems for actually leveling up. I don't think we got any because we stayed at 30 the whole time. Although if you did not notice, if you collect the cards, for collecting them you do get gems depending on the number you have and stuff like that, so you're going to want to collect them. But yeah, very interesting game. Does seem pretty fun. I'm going to have to figure out which card I do want to switch out for the 5-star character, although it costs 13. So if we do pull that one in the beginning, we're not going to be able to use it because of course it costs 10, or we only have 10 mana in the beginning and it costs 13, so we're not only be able to use it on the second one. But I'm pretty sure once you level that thing up, it's probably going to one-shot for quite a few of the rounds, because it's starting off at 135. We're going to level it up. It didn't even have enough to level up 1, but I'm pretty sure if you leveled up that 1, it would give you quite a bit of attack. Considering the other cards at level 6, and it's almost caught up to it at level 1. But let me know what you think of the game. If you have any other games you want me to play, please let me know down in the comments below. I will be playing this, so if you do want to see more of it, it will be on my second channel, which is in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys later.